So the gentleman you see behind me is one Thanos. If you ever watched the Avengers, then you know who Thanos is. But if you don't, let's just remember he was the big baddie at the end of Avengers, Infinity Wars, and Endgames. So, what was it about Thanos? His theory was unique. His bad guyness was unique to the universe. See, Thanos had this theory that if he destroyed half the world's population, or half the universe's population, then it would solve the resource problem of the world. So he went about gathering these infinity stones at all costs. I mean, it doesn't matter if it killed anybody, including his own adopted daughter. Didn't matter at all, as long as he got the infinity stones to complete his task and end half the population of the universe. And you're probably asking, why am I bringing this up? I wonder if you've really listened to what MAGA says about how they resolve the problems of our economy, of how we solve the job problem in the United States, and the increasing of wealth in America. And if you also wonder why MAGA is going hard against immigration, Thanos theory should tell you everything. According to MAGA, according to conservatives, the issue in the United States is that we've got too many immigrants. Those immigrants are driving up cost. Yeah, sure, if you add more people in the world, cost goes up. But there are already a lot of people in the world, so, So this theory is there aren't enough jobs for Americans. There are not enough houses for Americans. That's why there's a housing shortage, because there are too many immigrants in this country. Healthcare is overwhelmed because of all of the immigrants getting free healthcare. So then comes in the Thanos side of this thing. If we eliminate the immigrants, there'll be more jobs for Americans, less strain on healthcare, and more housing at cheaper prices. Reality check. Yeah, it might drive down prices temporarily, but then comes the other shortages. The reason why a lot of immigrants have been hired in the United States is that Americans have been aging out of jobs. In other words, there are not enough young people to take over the jobs that the immigrants are now taking the place of. Birth rates in the United States have been quite negative for decades. That's partially probably why MAGA is anti-abortion, or is trying to drive the theories of keeping women at home to have babies. So then Trump and company all say that we're going to grow the amount of manufacturing jobs in the United States and more Americans will be at work. Well, the problem is you got a shortage of Americans. With having a shortage of Americans means that you need somebody to fill those jobs. I guess it'll be the legal immigrants, the limited number of legal immigrants you let in the United States, because the negative birth rates aren't going to change anytime soon. That's going to lead to other problems as America gets older. See, older Americans are also going to need help in the healthcare industry. And if there's not enough young Americans in the healthcare industry, and according to Donald Trump, nursing is not a profession, nor is nurse practitioner, nor is any other thing outside of being a doctor a profession. So therefore, now that he's knocked that off, that makes it even more likely there'll be less people in that industry. Again, we have an aging population and a shortage of young people, yet we're getting rid of the immigrants. I think Thanos' theory is about to kick in big time. Yep, we're going to get rid of a portion of the population, and that includes cutting off poor people off health care. If we cut them off, that will lower healthcare costs, which also causes hospitals to close, which also causes clinics to close, which then gives us a shortage in healthcare in the long run. Thanos' theory sounds great. If we eliminate the portion of the population that may be driving up costs, then we fix things. How about we do this? How about we increase the number of producers? How about we invest in entrepreneurship? How about we stop trying to monopolize all industries, causing prices to go through the roof? That would fix the problem. Just a thought.